From the depths of a supersonic atomic explosion, a glowing hue existed. Time was non-existent. From the blast, stars and planets spun into the outer reaches of nothingness, creating galaxies, nebulas, planets, black holes, dark matter, and everything that exists within your brain that your mind can comprehend, and everything that you cannot understand just yet. As the camera panned in to the glowing hue, the point at which all began, the star, the light, slowly becometh a baby boy, glowing in God's glory, brighter than 10 million suns. The name sent by God, etched in his bone marrow and 23 chromosomes, was the apex Venom.
Yeah, these cockroaches down there. The world needs a cleansing. The world needs the apex Venom.
He's so on track.
As I stood at my penthouse window wearing a suit looking out into the city, I thought about the nitty gritty and all the crime. Sometimes God comes at the worst time after, so I'ma have to let them use me. Apex stuck in this movie, no groupies, just a pistol and a two-piece. Fight for what's right, a Mexican black dynamite. Time for retribution. I'm the comet that killed the sodomites. It was my spaceship when I had landed, God had planned it. The city looks so pretty at nighttime. It's a shame I don't have a dame to take out, wine and dine. I just have file evidence, leads on crime bosses and the president. Leather gloves to hide my fingerprints. Hell bent, but I'm heaven sent. I'll bend hell and freeze it over. The savior came early like a snowstorm in early October. I'm the coldest, can't get no colder. And I only get better as I get older. Hold up, did you hear that?
Hey, what up, man? You got something?
Nah, man, I don't got nothing, homie. Apex is everywhere, man. I don't fuck with Apex Venom. You heard about what he did last week, right? Took down that motherfucking heroin plant.
Nah, I didn't hear that. Oh well, I'll find someone else.
My justice blanket's a metropolis. It sounds odd, but God is just trying to follow the rules that he made. But people became so evil, and now you need me, a renegade. He could snap his fingers, but then everything would be meaningless, cause we would have no purposes without telling you too much, cause you couldn't handle the truth. I already jumped out the window cause I heard someone scream and shoot. I go to war for peace groups and any colored youth. I'm the shadow in the dark that comes wielding guns. Don't do it for fun, so I can't be bought. I have no heart, which means I have no home. Wherever I may roam, I gave my heart to her on purpose. A heartless lover makes the devil nervous. Can't figure out why I do it, so I can't be manipulated. I'm the alien that keeps state-of-the-art technology updated. I'm more vicious than Sid. I only keep a blade that's serrated. That way if you come against me and look at your scars, you remember who made it. Hey man, matter of fact, you look kind of familiar. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Nah, you don't know me. You don't know me at all.
Oh shit, it's the motherfucker. It's the motherfucker.
Lord, can you see me here? Lord, can you stop these tears?
Peace all on the track.
Can we overcome our fears? Trapped in a show for years. Of course we can.
Dissipation of the correlation of anything good in the future. I still shoot my shots grouped up. I'm aiming for the kill and kill at will, but I'm just following the ruts. All up in my truck, body in the back, in a bag taped up. About an hour and a half that way. Get your Geiger counter out here. About 100 gats lay, mainly from May, June, July, August, green, Black Kennedy, and plus August is the month I crept up out the cunt. 17 and 9 2s or 2 9s UFOs in the skyline. I want a house with a skylight so I could lie on my back at night and just look up at the skylight. My, that's where I came from. I came from beauty, grew up brutally. I'm not supposed to be in any change truly, but we all remember E.T. I know you saw that movie. That's how they want to do me. My life is a show in a movie. Famed, untamed, this lion truly. Now, can I please get a piece of the pie? Like 1 milli or 5. I promise I'll buy your Porsche, but I won't drive. Fuck that. I just want a place to call mine. The only place I've ever called mine was a cell when I was in jail. Guilty till proven innocent. Buying coffee is where my dinner went. May I vent?
Lord, can you see me here? Lord, can you stop these tears? Can we overcome my fears? Trapped in a show for years. Of course we can. Lord, can you see me here? Lord, can you stop these tears? Can we overcome my fears? Trapped in a show for years. Of course we can.
Peace soul on a track.
Lion growl as I crept up out the depths of hell. Bloody as hell, I did some killing. You gotta be willing to see tortured children, people having sex unwilling, demons and heathens alike. There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. I slowly pushed my sword into the devil's sacrum. He looked into my eyes with despise and finally realized that I was God's child. Undercover, crept into his depths. I've done atrocities only so they wouldn't spot me. This is God's reciprocity. Use me, I said, so he dead. Now the devil's dead. I'm the only angel with horns on my head. I go into spiritual battle, won't shake, won't rattle. The things I've seen you couldn't handle. Hand imprints on my sword handle from doing so much blood spilling. A rebel under the stalactites of hell ceiling. Demons conjuring and crawling around me, but they can't penetrate the light that I radiate. God's glory. The shit gets gory, so that's where I'll stop the story. Why don't God just snap his fingers and kill the devil? He created everything. Because it violates all the laws of the universe in which we all created. Without rules and spiritual laws, meaning to anything would be lost. That's just the way it is. You can become a warrior or be a complaining weak little bitch. This is the universe we've been given, and to all you hippies the devil's hippin'. He won't go easy just because you believe in peace, G. That's why you need people like me. The universe is what it is and not what you would like it to be. So I'll be the dick and y'all can be the pussies. I'll fight for even you, even though when I come back from woe you push me and spit at me. I'll do it for even you, cause that's what God called me to do. Warrior status, and what's sad is they don't even respect the battles that I've won and I've been through. Warrior status, and what's sad is they don't even respect the battles that I've been through.
Peace soul on a track.
How we go far. Smoke and I'm high. The space we don't get high.
I'm far as fuck. Get it? Cause in space there is no up. So I say I'm far as fuck. Talking to you from a distance. Heart pumping like some pistons. Don't blink, you might miss this. Take a hit and just look at it like, what is this? I can't hear shit, I can't talk, I can't walk, I'm walking weird. I should shave my beard, this is gay. Don't say gay, fuck I'm tripping. Listening to Dr. Dre. This wasn't no ordinary hay. It smelled like Christmas tray. Now I can hear the bells of Santa Claus's sleigh. Nah, it's just the weed, that was super weed. I'm moving super slow, can't feel time no more. Hee hee, everything looks 3D. I can't breathe, I need CPR. Sitting at a stop sign in my car, waiting for the light to turn green. Everyone's honking behind me. Why are they so mean? Body shaking, it's not even snowing. It's not even cold, I swear to God I'm not smoking no more. Until next time. Purple bud with red hairs and white crystals. Oh wee, shit was hella existential.
Could tell by the way I hit that junk, I'ma smoke for life. Mary Jane's my wife.
Peace soul on a track.
Hey, V, M.B.D, we got a problem on the south side of town.
Alright, I'll be right there.
Walk up in this motherfucker just to swing on my hair. Wait, I got about fate. Oh well, I'll swing it anyway. I'm the Mexican black dynamite, you better get away. Up on these beats like a modern day Earl Hemingway. I'm always making hits, my office should be in Fenway Park. I park my Cadillac in the dark, and it still shines. White wall tires are 79. Don't slam my car though, that's crossing enemy lines.
He's a bad mother, shut your mouth. He's a bad mother, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, shut your mouth. Bad mother, shut your mouth.
Tuck my pistol in the front of my pants and walk inside. These cockroaches scatter and hide. I'm here to stop and fight crime, but not for the corrupt cops. I'm like Batman, I'm a bad man. Shot the first henchman with the key of H in his hand. That one was for Mac. Y'all wanna be like P. Miller. This whole organization is gonna look like the cast of Thriller. Dead man walking, shirt unbuttoned, chest hair popping. I'm Batman and Robin.
Come in the AV, the M.B.D, the Mexican Black Dynamite. We got the information we wanted. We have the location of that human trafficking syndicate you wanted to take down.
Okay, thanks, Cyrus. Send the location on my phone and I'll be headed that way. No backup needed, I got this.
Okay, AV, the M.B.D. He's so fly. He's the sexiest guy.
The next morning while getting coffee, the one I got away came and shot me, but missed by an inch. I didn't even flinch, I grabbed my pistol and took a sip. Sent 2 shots out of 6 and hit right on the target. Jumped in my car and split like a banana. I had to peel out into the sunset. Many more missions I ain't done yet, and never will be. As long as the streets are filthy, these slimes will deal with me. Follow my instincts cause I'm right. The Mexican Black Dynamite.
He's a bad mother, shut your mouth. Bad mother, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. He's a bad mother, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Gator boots, step out my car into a puddle. I see a group of miserable pukes up in a huddle, probably selling drugs intended to on the bubble. I walk up and grab one, the other ones run. I recognize his face, this is the senator's son. Let me have a little fun. Right away he exclaimed, his father had sent him there. It's just a side gig, directly fill the pockets of the mayor. A war on drugs to monopoly the properties. The government is now the biggest drug dealers, oddly. I'm tired of my people dying, this is a job for me. On to the next one. sitting in the living room with no furniture. The ceiling fan turns, looking in the mirror. Drinking Jack Daniels till I start to hiccup. Throw the bottle across the room and pick up my 38 snub just to see how it tastes. I can't stop seeing her innocent little face, the one I couldn't save. Pull the trigger and it just clicks. I forgot I took out all the bullets. I'm sweating bullets. Slam my back into the wall and fall, sobbing. Toss my gun. Later that night, I arrived at the site. Pulled together, coat made of leather, gun tucked down for whatever. Set my face like flint and walked in. This is where I followed the blood trail of innocent men and women, even children. I've never encountered anything like this before. I pulled my gun out and stood by the door. Listening intently, I heard a scream. I kicked in the dough. He had the girl taped up on the floor, walking to her with a knife in his hand. Body parts on the table, he turned to me and ran, letting out a bloody war cry. I pulled the trigger, hit my gun and I shot towards the sky. Who was this guy? We began to wrestle and fight. He smelled like blood and death and had an evil presence. He smelled like that dead cat in the alley behind my parents. It's apparent this is the one, the psycho that's been biting out his victims' tongues while they were still alive, adults and children alike. I need him in his side, he fell to the floor. I jumped on him and grabbed his neck and squeezed more and more in a rage until he didn't move anymore. Stood up and stomped his face. I grabbed the girl, she had a cut on her face, but that's it. Her innocence devoured by a monster, some sad shit. Dropped her at the hospital and told her to call the cops, tell him where that monster rots. She said thanks, but what's your name? That's when I skirted out and drove away. If Scooby-Doo ever taught me anything, it's that humans are the real monsters. Those monster masks don't scare me. It's what's under the mask that scares me. Masks made of skin. You're smiling at your friend, but you're dying inside. These fuckers make me sick. Got a lead indeed, so let me follow these riddles. Let me piece together the info. Who can stuff 5 kids in a canister and send them to Canada from Mexico and think they'd survive a 2,300 mile drive? I don't know yet, but these people don't need to be alive. Sipping my coffee and study the files. When I find them, there's no trial, just eternal file. Send them to hell, linked it to the cartel like Nas said it ain't hard to tell. My brain start to swell, I can still remember the smell. It comes back when I try to play with my son. I need to pay these monsters back, put them all individually in sacks. Leave them for a day or two and come back with some gas in the match. Human traffickers need your match, keep your cash, I'm coming for that ass. You defile humanity, I gotta find them to keep my sanity. Those are real issues that need funding, not your fucking stupid wall. Trump, I'll stand on your desk and take a dump. That's a national emergency, declare it so you can fund your wall. I'll do your job, I'll fucking hunt them all. So here I am, headed to Amsterdam incognito. Following a lead though, gotta stay low key though, cause saving the world is illegal. Imagine that, I already killed those evil people, and all the prisoners in the house got free too. And the last one told me where the cartel boss would be too. I got to catch him off guard so there's no guards and nowhere to flee to. He's up here for business and pleasure. He has a coke habit and keeps his coke in the inside pocket of his coat. I know it cause I saw him through my scope. I could have shot him, but I want him to die painful and slow. So I switched out his coke with some cyanide and waited for later that night. He kicked the guards out and sat on the couch and cut a couple lines out. Called in some girls and started acting friendly. Took a sniff and clutched his neck and realized his life was ending.
Oh my! The EXPLICIT is really deadly!
Another day arises. Today is the day the Lord has made, man. Something good is gonna happen today. I can feel it. The bad guys are dead. I got my God crown on my head. It's nice, the birds are chirping. God is good, it's a sure thing.
Peace all on the track.
You gotta take the good with the bad. If you're bad, you gotta deal with the aftermath. Apex is after that ass. See, I used to be the one to cut class, flicking blunt ass. Dropped out cause I knew I wouldn't pass. Went through a lot of stuff after that. So much in my lifespan, I always belonged to Christ, man. But I finally gave myself to him. I'm still me, I'm still a G, but I decided to stay free. Never could afford Jordans, but if I could, I'd be switching from Jordans to Stacy's. Manning up, I'm a good father, tell me, are you man enough? I've had enough of all the drug talk. Everybody's Scarface and I'll always keep it G. But for God's sakes, don't you have anything else in your imagination? There's already an Eminem, Jay-Z, Tupac and Nas. The world needs you, they need some original bars. How many songs talk about hoes selling drugs, cash and cars? When will we see the light? When will we see the light? When will we see we're light? You should listen to some Black Sabbath or some Zeppelin. Watch some movies, travel, get some culture. Take the smile off these vultures. You have an imagination just like Chris Nolan. Most of your music has me snoring. I get it, the ass is fat. Another grown man already said that. It's kind of embarrassing, in fact. And I'm not trying to kick knowledge. This that shit you need to learn, though. The kind of knowledge that's earned and not learned, yo. This is wisdom. See butterflies, I've pimped them. I've been the ghetto vampire. I wanna change the world for Josiah and all of us too. But like Mike said, it starts with the man in the mirror, my dude. It starts with the confident, humble attitude. I pray every day that God would take these poverty chains away, so I could know that I could send my son to college one day. And once I have enough to know that my family is right, I expanded the world. No way one man should have all that power and at least not try to teach the little boys and girls. Start an orphanage or two. You only live once, what you gonna do with all that money, my dude? Whether we like it or not, we have a social responsibility. Say it with me, I have no ceilings. With God, at least 10% of my writings are for God. I just think it's funny that we have millionaires and billionaires and we still have starving people. And until we come together as a people on this planet, we're lost, folks. We're lost. Peace.